Have you ever wondered why Jesus chose her, a Samaritan woman, to reveal one of the most powerful truths in Scripture? Today, we're going deeper into a story many think they already know. But beneath the familiar surface lies a narrative of courage, identity, spiritual awakening, and social transformation. Welcome to a fresh look at the Samaritan woman, the one who broke barriers. Picture this: it's noon. The sun is blazing. Most women came to the well early in the morning, but this woman arrives alone. Why? Maybe shame kept her away from crowds. Maybe rejection pushed her into solitude. But what looks like isolation is the setup for a divine appointment. Suddenly, Jesus speaks to her. "Will you give me a drink?" To us, it sounds simple. But in that culture, it shattered boundaries. Jews didn't speak to Samaritans. Men did not casually speak with women publicly. Religious leaders avoided those considered morally broken. No teacher would drink from a vessel handled by someone deemed unclean. Yet Jesus wasn't building walls, he was breaking them. She could have walked away. She could have stayed silent. But instead, she engages. "You are a Jew, and I am a Samaritan woman. How can you ask me for a drink?" This isn't a timid woman. This is someone who has learned to survive. Someone who still believes her questions matter. Her voice shows dignity. Even when life tried to silence her, Jesus doesn't shame her. He reveals truth with compassion. He speaks of living water. Hope, spiritual renewal, healing. Then he tells her something deeply personal. Not to expose her, but to show her she is fully known and still chosen. For the first recorded time in the Gospel, Jesus openly reveals, "I am the Messiah." Not to a disciple. Not to a religious scholar. Not to a king. But to her. Suddenly, everything changes. She leaves behind her water jar, the very reason she came. Why? Because she found something greater. She runs back to the town that avoided her and declares, "Come see a man who told me everything I ever did." Could this be the Messiah? Her voice, once ignored, becomes the spark of a spiritual awakening. And Scripture concludes, many believed because of her testimony. She becomes the first evangelist recorded in the New Testament and the first to proclaim Jesus to the Samaritans. Her story teaches us something powerful. Faith isn't always polished. Sometimes it begins with questions, sometimes it grows through brokenness, sometimes it emerges when society says you're unworthy, but God sees value where others see failure, purpose where others see shame, calling where others see limitation. Maybe your past feels too heavy. Maybe rejection has silenced you. Maybe you feel unseen, overlooked, or unqualified. But so did the woman at the well. And yet, God used her to change an entire community. So remember, if He could use her, He can use you too. If this inspired you and deepened your understanding, don't leave without subscribing. More biblical deep dives, faith discussions, and spiritual insights are coming. Thanks for watching. And remember, grace rewrites stories.